Day 3, in which the alarm bell tolls. Home is where your friends, your taglur, are. I wonder how Lara is doing. Hold on just a second. Before I do that, just need to clear up one last thing. Here we go. Immaculate.
You have dark circles under your eyes.
Speak of the devil! You've started to like coming here, haven't you? Are you sure your boots won't wear down? Well, I missed you. Aren't you supposed to be terribly busy? I don't understand why you keep coming. Or do you need my help again? I'll wash your clothes. You're filthy like a chimney sweep. Revolting. While they dry, have some sleep. What's wrong with you, Basagan? Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I hate it when you call me that. Is it so hard to remember? Basagan, your step-girls, not me. Fine! What's wrong with you, Akane? And what does that word mean? My sweet, my dear? Yeah, one of yours came to me today, asked a lot of questions, said she was promised you, said a lot of things. Did you ever promise to marry her? I promised her nothing. I don't even remember her, she just keeps tagging along asking stupid questions. Whatever, like it's any of my business. Do whatever you want. Did you make peace with Stach? Doesn't look like it. That's alright. It won't take you two even a year to reconcile. Like you have a choice. That's some strategic thinking. Measuring life in years. A year more, a year less. I may even live to be 100 years old. So what? What's wrong with you, Lara? I'm sorry, forget it. It's just that sometimes you feel all too poignantly that your life is over. You're not even 30, but you're done. Not dead, but burnt through and there's nothing ahead for you. But what does it have to do with me? Nothing. Not now, anyway, it's just... it could have gone differently. Perhaps the four of us should meet today? Even bad grief? Like the good old days. Grief. You've no idea what quagmire Grief has gotten himself in. And Stach? He's also done something awful. The judge is angry at him. He summoned him to the Crucible for questioning. He's still here. What does that even mean, huh? Oh, the three of you deserve each other. Let's gather together, huh? The four of us? I mean it. I'll arrange everything. Then again, indeed, you're right. Let's do it. The four of us. Grief included. Today, the old place. The Apple Road, right? By midnight, as usual? Yes, the night will be clear. Without me, our childhood gang, Lara, Grief, and Reuben, ended up barely talking to one another. Perhaps I can gather everyone back together again? Lara doesn't mind, but what about the other two? The boss has an urgent matter to discuss with you, Master Burach. It concerns your family home. It's always urgent with everyone. Tell him I'll drop by later today. And to this, the boss told me to reply, "This matter has to be resolved before sundown. Otherwise, you'll lose both the house and a large sum of money." Got it. Boss wants to talk to me about my inheritance. My home. Kids are playing. See if I trade. Oof. 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 Kids are getting stingy today. Or not so stingy as I have nothing to trade them. Don't have any nuts. Don't have any goodies. Best way to get goodies is, of course, that you're going to get it from robbing a house. Not keen on it. Not right now. But I will get desperate eventually. I will need it. Uh-oh. What's happening today? Which department for you from, pal? Cutting? Trying to reach Big Flood? That fat pig refuses to come out. Refuses even an explanation. Bloodsucker. What happened? Factory shut down 2 days ago, wouldn't you know? I mean, yeah, there is this soot problem, but when will it run again? How many of us will find themselves on the streets? Will anyone pay us for the downtime, or will the payment be reduced? I can tell you right now it's the latter, and that won't feed my children. Yeah. We want at least to be told what's going on. Why is the train not coming? Why did he cork up the termitary? I'll tell you why. They want it all shut down. They're just looking for an excuse to close the factory. There was no accident, and the toxic soot is a lie, a cover, a crock of shit. There have indeed been many suspicious coincidences. Are you going to see the man yourself? Tell him we ain't leaving without an answer. More people will come. We'll stay here for as long as we have to. Let the hateful pig tell us the truth. Actually, I agree, it doesn't look well. Too many strange things happening. And they all align.
It's clear. There's no water beneath the town. Perhaps my child is not such a fool. Kindred blood and all.
Good thing you've come to visit, Master Burra. Right on time. Early bird gets the worm indeed. The Cains plan to take away your house. Isidore's dead, God rest his soul, and his heir is on the run. The decision will be made today. You knew I was back. Wasn't your word enough? As you should know, the town is ruled by 3 families. I hold the economy, the abattoir, the factory, the station, the warehouses, known collectively as the Bull Enterprise. A silly name, but it's stuck. Saburov upholds the peace. He handles the populace. And the Cains build houses, other structures, general planning, all on them. I don't get it. Please explain. You don't know our history? That's a shame. The Cains built our town on their fancy ideas, composed an entire philosophy of town planning. Experimenting on human souls, no less. They see the town as a machine, a tool, a special place like a crucible for remaking the mind and spirit of man. What do they want to forge people into? They want to forge an overman, one to rival God. Not even to forge one, but to let him grow up on his own. Idealistic airheads. That's who they are. Me? I pull the chain in the other direction. Humans are beasts. The simpler, the more useful. At least my little theory proves itself right with plentiful coin. And why do they want my father's house? The Cains see all houses, including yours, as cogs in a machine. They might decide to demolish it, or do something else entirely. The late Simon Cain was close to your father. One could say they were friends. Opposites truly do attract. Yes, they do. So what do? Go see the judge, that is, Georgie Cain. With his brother Simon dead, he is in charge. Go to him and assert your claim. Hurry. Georgie wakes at dawn and never takes back decisions. That's just how he is. I don't want that house. Too many heavy feelings. If you don't want the house for yourself, I'll be happy to take it off you. I'll pay you good money for it. Never let a good thing go to waste, I always say. There's no changing the Cains' minds with money. They have enough. You, however, might succeed. Go see the judge, and soon. It might be too late in an hour or 2. The Cains live in the Crucible, right? Georgie Cain plans to take our house. I've no intention to live there, but I have every right to sell it myself. If only I remembered where exactly to find him. I think you do. You remember exactly where. Yeah, I still haven't left anything in there. Ah.
what the devil can't do, send a woman.
A guest is best when you see them lest. What's wrong with everyone today? Are you trying to drive me nuts? I've got enough on my plate. Will you tell me? No. Long tongues lead to short lives. If you have a point, get to it. If not, don't let the door hit you on the way out. We're getting together this night. The four of us, the old place. Huh? Why all of a sudden? Because it's time we stopped bickering. The old place, as in by the gumstone, at the railroad. Yes, next to the basket. Go ahead, the three of you will have more fun without me. Me and Stack are at each other's throats too. He can barely stand me, blames me for father's death. Wow, what tree did he fall from to hurt his head so? Must have been that new tower. Precisely. I don't know, Cub. I've got a full plate here. Those men, the night hunters, they're too fond of playing with knives, way too fond. Where'd they all even come from? It's not just your plate, it's everyone's now. Not my fault, but somehow it is. Never took blood, but I dressed for a red harvest. How it bloomed. Forget it. I'll deal with it myself. So take this chance to explain it to Stach and Lara. And me. I invited Grief to meet old friends. We'll see if he comes. We'll be walking across the city again, to the other location. Future me promised to show you something. Future me is past me now. But present me still wishes to show you. Get a revolver. Ammo. For perhaps one of these lockpicks. They like me a little better. Wait, I heard something. It's in there. I suppose a tiny detour might hurt. Every little scrap of grass counts. Lots of bins around here. I wonder how long people can afford to be throwing things away today. Look alive, brothers and sisters! This one is in cahoots with Notkin's crew. So tell me, old man, Which side are you really on? Well, depends who you are. We're the Dogheads, and they're the Soul in a Halves. We're above and they're below. We live in the tower and they crawl in the earth. They're drawn to animals and we reach for the stars. What's so hard to comprehend? So, you're the good guys and they're the bad. Are you dumb? This isn't a game of cops and robbers, it's serious stuff. They're pulling the town one way and we another. I don't feel dumb. What do you even want, big man? Have you come to drag us home? Tough luck. We're going home when we want, and not a minute earlier. As I see it, there's a fight brewing here. What's the problem, kids? That's our great conflict, old man. The Soul and a Half see our tower as the root of all evils, and we can't live without it. The tower makes people into super people. The Soul and a Halves would rather become mindless pets. So, if they want to be beasts, why are you the ones wearing the dog masks? For a good reason. These masks remind us we're still beasts, and the true humans inside us are yet to come out. They can't see well, are almost deaf, and speak only in gibberish. Lots of room left for growth. And what's with the 4-on-1? First off, it's 4-on-1 and a half. He does have half a soul more than ordinary folk. Second, we're not here to kick his ass. They're the ones keen on bashing us with clubs and worse. Us, we're a peaceful bunch. We fight only in self-defense. And why did you drive him up there like a cat up a tree? We're teaching him discipline. He should get used to heights. You don't mind if I go upstairs and talk to him too, do you? Go ahead, who's stopping you? See for yourself. The higher you go, the better it gets. I find the down below no less fascinating. Yeah, right. Have fun with all the stiffs and maggots around you. Can't argue with that. So what did they tell you? That you're in Team No Heights. I'm in Team Freedom, and our team dislikes zealots. We don't appreciate being dragged by the collar to turn into angels or wind or whatever. All in good time. You want a Notkins, right? We had a curious conversation yesterday. Notkin does everything right. Fast on the draw. His father got killed in the war. Mum died during childbirth. Most of our lot are orphans. That's why we're tough. So they come to preach and you answer with sticks. That's alright. All will be quiet when we gather at the station this evening. That's our no man's land. A good place. Yeah, I've heard. Stop prying. Grown-ups are not welcome where we gather. You ruin everything. I'll just peek with one eye. A little cash. Nothing I need. Except... a needle. But I cannot be bothered trading that needle for anything. Funny little sculpture they got going up there. Charm for matches. Poor. Here's the thing I was talking about. This nice little canopy. I like the design of this metal grill. I love the curve. Feels very, very much like a structure you'd see in a Myst game. Big fan of them, what? Let's check the clothing store. No thimble. Where am I going? Around, I suppose. The crows being so numerous this year are a bad omen. Thain baina, kayala. How fares your kind? With us, Katanga, all omens seem to be death omens, and no one cares. I don't think I've ever met a people so indifferent. When crows are numerous, they're waiting for carrion, and what can we give them? Our bodies feed Mother Bodo, the earth. Why feed crows? Aida hamna kailana. That would be like giving yourself to the sky. You know it's a bad way to go, and so the omen is ill. Let them wait. They'll get nothing. The crows perching directly on the cathedral are a bad omen. Why? For the kinds, every building is a machine, making something for humans or with them. For example, this cathedral has nothing to do with religion. There is a grim joke circulating around, claiming that the cathedral makes time. Makes time for what? Just makes it. Produces it. The kinds lay out their buildings in such a way that they change the perception and worldview of those inside them. I guess Simon wanted people to feel the flow of time differently inside the cathedral, and that's how he planned the building. But then, rumors simplified the idea. Alright, but how are crows at fault? They slow time down. The kinds rush it ahead. They refuse to sit on their hands. Complacency and laziness are the worst sins in their book. Slow time is tantamount to death for them. But those are just silly rumors. I, on the other hand, don't like being rushed. The crows not being noticed by anyone is a bad omen. And what kind of omen is that? A real one. Crows are harbingers of death. Whoever doesn't notice crows will die soon. We've been standing here for a while. Many people passed us by. The three of us were the only ones who stopped to look. The four of us. Three. There are three of us. Oh, yes. Four. Whichever you prefer. Three is fine by me. Let's talk to Georgie.
It's like something is pulling my strings.
Can I help you? Are you the judge? The judge is in his workshop. What business brings you to him? I am Isidore Buraksan. I'm here about our house. The workshop is in the right wing of the mansion. We're in mourning today, but I think he'll want to meet you. You're in mourning too? Yes, Simon, our patriarch, died 2 days ago under mysterious circumstances. Haven't you heard? I have. Grief comes in spades these days. Who could have known the polyhedron will turn out this way? And how did it turn out, exactly? From the capital, we have summoned the Stomatin brothers, 2 architects. They've come forth with a bold project, a contraption that defies gravity. In the capital, they were ridiculed. We thought differently, and so we granted them this opportunity. As you can see, the polyhedron soars. I sense a but. But the polyhedron take away our children. The tower fascinates them. Inside, they've built something like a sovereign country, with my own son in charge. No one has any idea how to make them leave. Why have you let them in? My brothers, Simon and Georgie, insisted that we have to let children play. In a way, I agree with them. This is why we Kanes create all these buildings, after all, to change people. And it doesn't matter to you if they change people for better or for worse, does it? No, it's just that the tower does something to them. They don't explain this to outsiders, but I think it materializes illusions, some sort of optical effect. Vibrations too, of course. Simon was adamant that we do not hinder the children in any way, claimed this was the entire reason for the construction, but I want my son back. So those children are running wild now. Wait, what's his name? Kaspar. Kids call him Khan. He is their leader. I suppose, as his father, I should be proud. Khan. Wait, he was among the children whom my father taught. Yes, he and your father spent a lot of time together last year. Simon and Isidore gathered some kind of coterie of children. Ones they had special hopes for. I didn't have enough time to grasp the things those two taught our children. Can you describe their teachings? I cannot. I'm sorry, I just don't know. I trusted Simon and your father. They would not harm children. Is your son in a tower right now? Well, they do come out from time to time. Less often than I'd like. Abandon any hope of entering the polyhedron, though. They don't let adults in. Thank you. I'll go and see the judge now. Stach Rubin, Victor Kane, Maria Kraina, Yulia Lyuracheva, and Vlad the Younger have been added. Dire trade. The judge is in his workshop around the corner, but I can tell you his answer right now. Yes, you may. I may what? You may slay the outlaws at night without repercussions. You're the 5th to come and ask about that. And why have you come? I'm wondering if my man is going to come and ask the same. If he's generally planning to kill the killers. If he is, I'm leaving. Today. I admire your resolve. If somebody you know is planning to murder a person, even a villain, then there's something wrong with them, and I've seen a few red flags already. Thanks a lot. Now I'm feeling ashamed of myself.
In truth, I am blind. I ceased to see things long ago.
You're Artemy Burak. How do you know? I saw you several times before. When you were a child, my brother Simon was close to your father. One could say, oh, they were friends. Is that so? I didn't know. You surprised me. Elaborate. I confess I don't know much about the Canes. Still, I believe that my father and your brother were as different as people could get. They both cared about the fate of our town. Your father was all about the people who live in Lower Town. He wanted to protect the kin. Simon basically invented our own town. Designed it. Planned it out like a machine. A special place, unlike any other. I think they were brought together by this shared responsibility for the future. Intriguing. May I ask you for something else? I will answer a single question. First off, I am quite busy right now. Secondly, my brother wasn't too forthcoming to me concerning his relationship with your father. This was strange to me too. Come visit me on Sunday and I will tell you more. What was my father's plan for the town? As far as I know, both of them were concerned about the town turning out being too extraordinary. Such peculiar towns don't survive for long, just like peculiar people or animals or rare mutations. An exotic flower won't last in the wild. Without people like Simon, your father, or myself, the town won't stay the same. Think about what you said. About the house. Now, after I've seen you with my own eyes, I relinquish all claims I have on your property. The house is yours. That's all it took? I'm going to write a decree, pass it to the prefect of the Hindquarters District. Today, of course. Why today? Those are the rules. The judge's decision is executed on the same day it's made. But why? This sounds inconvenient. Convenience is poison. One must accustom themselves to pursue any intention as soon as it appears, regardless of difficulty. Otherwise, one burns out, gives in to doubt, starts fearing oneself. The bolder the dream, the more surely it becomes dust when the moment is lost. I'll never understand you. Your family, I mean. Georgie Kane. The judge changed his mind. The Canes are strange. To prove my rights of ownership, I need to hand the paper signed by the judge to the Hindquarters District Prefect.
I'm almost entirely numb.
Well, I'm overjoyed to see you too. Forget it. Are you here about Simon's body as well? You're a bit late. I performed the autopsy on the same day, and on the next day, the body went missing. The hell? Was it stolen? By whom? And what for? I've already convinced the judge that it wasn't my fault. I am, after all, a pathoanatomist, not a guard. The Canes have enough people, they'll find it, so it's not our problem anymore. Then why are you here? Maria, the Cane's daughter, wanted to talk, and when she wants something, you don't argue. She took after Nina, if you know what I mean. Maria probably wants to discuss Simon, so here I wait. Got it. By the way, I came here looking for you. Why? We want to gather this evening, at the old place. By the basket? Yep, by the basket. Touching. Bad grief included? Yes, he is. Heard you loud and clear, and now excuse me, but I need to prepare for a tough conversation. Just wait a second, tell me. Reconciling everyone was, of course, Lara's idea. No, Stach. It was mine. I invited Stark to our childhood gang meeting. I wonder if he'll come. Lara, Bad Grief, Ruben and I are meeting after midnight in the old place. I hope we can reconnect again.
The Saburovs' wait is over. They've finally found an heir.
What are you doing here? I was looking for Ruben. He's upstairs, waiting for you. No one enters this house uninvited. Get lost, and do not return unless summoned. Don't get cheeky with me, girl. I'm not... Children. So that's what he looks like. Behold, folks. So, here's what we want you to know. Don't let yourself think we'd let you in on the game just because you're pretty. No one's happy that we had to do it. Got it? No one knows you yet. If you spill the beans to any grown-up, you'll mess it all up. Got it? I got it. I'm quick on the uptake, just telling you because you wanted to know more about me. Look in the gut in the boulders, next to a threshing machine. See ya. A children's stash is here somewhere. Pass straight through. Head to the end of the square, and I'll make it to the stash. Don't have any bad stories on my mind. So I've nothing to say currently. She left the nutshell. The house is ours again, crafting in the evening, as usual. Hazelnuts and walnuts would be good to have. Let's split out too. Kids are doing something here. We'll have to check it out. Knockin' asks you to come by, Big Bear. Looks like our troubles hunt in packs. Was someone else poisoned? One of our lads, Patches, came down with something nasty. He's burning up, won't last long. That dandy doctor from the capital examined him. Told us the pills would kill him for sure. What do you mean pills will kill him? How should I know? He was rambling on about them being old and stale and antibiotic or something. That guy is a worthless fraud, he is. Wants to board us up inside our hideout and let us rot. I'm no therapist. Notkin told us, go and find the younger Burak. If anyone can make sense of this mess, it's Isidore's son. That fancy weasel only thinks about boarding us up, so Burak's our only hope. I'll have to brew a little something first. Can he make it 3 hours? The Black Coat said Patches has until the evening to live. Not even until the nightfall. That's all the time I need.